All right, hey guys. And today I'm just wanting to cover a little bit about some of the abrasive materials that I like to use, and I'm gonna go ahead and remove a weld and show you guys how I do it. Jesse, I know you've been out there. You've asked what I use, so here it is. I got a weld right here, and and it's a piece of extruded material, and let's say that it's sitting on top of your gunnel. We'll go ahead and grind this down, then we'll buff it, then we'll use some Scotch-Brite and we'll blend it in. Here are also some other abrasive materials that I like to use if you're getting into tight spaces. Say we got a wire-way chase and it's round. You can get this flap wheel in here. You can attach it to this angle grinder, or you can even attach it to the straight die grinder. Also, if you need a little bit more horsepower, DeWalt makes a nice grinder, but if you're doing it on aluminum and you're using one of these style bits that's really aggressive, hang on, because this thing will it'll grab hold and throw you around. So just be careful when you're using that style of bit. But for aluminum, these deep groove bits like this are really the only way to go, and even these will gum up on you a little bit. Just keep applying wax. But then if you're going to weld back in that same area again, make sure that you get it out of there real clean. So here's another bit just for example, and I'm trying to zoom in on this thing, but this is more used for steel. You can use it on aluminum, but I rarely try that. Maybe if I'm just taking off an edge and I don't want a sharp burr on there, I might use one of these. But if you're good with these die grinders and you're used to them, you could use this deep groove and still deeper an edge and make it look factory. So I'm not going to use any of these in this video. I'm just showing you guys what they are. And most of you guys already know how to use them. But if anybody wants a video on any of this stuff, let me know. So here's some of the flat grinding discs that I use instead of the flap style. These, they don't dig a groove in your material or anything like that. I mean, they will if you don't use them right, but they're a lot better than these flap styles. These things are not that great. So 3M makes these, and so does I believe Klingspor. This one's a 50 grit. The one I've got on my grinder now is a 36 grit. And then, yeah, this is a 36 as well. You need a backing disc, but from 3M. And let's see if we can get the part number on here. So if anybody wants to order one of these. Looks like 13325, and this is rated for 13,000 RPM. You can also attach these to air grinder as well. They don't work as well, they bog out, but I mean, it's doable. Then also you've got your buffing pads. I don't remember exactly what the grid is on this, but it's the mid-grade. It's fairly aggressive. It'll take welds down if you want to use these, but it's expensive to do that. You should hit the grinder on the weld first, then use the buffing disc. And then this is just another form of attaching the disc. We've also got this backing plate. So if you wanted to attach this style disc, you attach it to that, then you attach it to your grinder. Okay, so let me go ahead and grind this weld down, and then we'll show you how to blend. That's the material, what it looks like afterwards. And if I use that Scotch-Brite, and there's different grits of this Scotch-Brite as well. This is like the medium. They got gray, which is the next finer grit, then white. And these work damn good. If you want to spend the time, you can actually make this look like nothing ever happened there. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to run the red over it, show you guys what it looks like after I do the red. And you can see all the little lines in there from my buffing pad. And then I'm going to blend that and then just go with the grain of the material when you do this. A lot of times you can use, or I use Windex or even acetone, and when I'm blending, I'll blend until it dries out and then it turns all black and then it'll turn clean again. Do that a couple times and you should have a spot where it looks really well. So if you burnt through the side of maybe your boat or your, a piece of plate, something like that, and you want to hide that, using this material right here and a buffing pad, it does wonders. So a lot of boat manufacturers, they mess up, people are human beings and they make a mistake and they burn through a nice piece of plate like on a side sheet or something, and you've got to try to hide that, and this is a great way to do it. So let me set the camera back up. Okay, and there you go. I could sit there and I could blend it for quite a while and really make it blend in, but you can see that it's pretty darn smooth. Now, when you're doing something like this, I back gouge this before I welded it. When you're taking the meat of your weld off, make sure it's not structural, that this is just an aesthetic seam, and not load bearing or anything like that, because it will crack out if you're not careful. You definitely need to make sure that you back gouge, even on something that's aesthetic, because once you grind that weld off, you'll probably find that it will crack. And then when you get done doing all your blending and everything, you'll see like a little fracture in there, and then you'll be pissed off and have to do it all over again. So just keep in mind, make sure that you're back gouging or beveling your edges, and then go ahead, weld up, and then blend away. Anyway, I hope this helps anybody that is out there wanting to get into this type of trade and wants to learn how to build something out of aluminum. If you have any questions or anything, or you want me to demonstrate something else, just let me know.